Hello Minnesotans, summertime is quickly running out, and with that so are pontoon rides and grilled hot dogs. However, August on the horizon does not just mean that school will be in session soon, but it does mean that primary elections are coming up soon as well. Early voting has been taking place since June 29th, but the actual primary election is on August 14th. If you're watching this video, you'll probably have some understandable questions. Where do I vote? What is a primary election? Or how do I properly grill a hot dog? A primary election is an intra-party election for voters to decide who will be representing their party on election day in November. Not all races have a primary election, but a primary may be needed if a race has several Democrats or Republicans running. For example, here in Minnesota, the Republican Party endorsed Jeff Johnson for governor, but Tim Pawlenty still wanted to throw his hat into the ring, thus a need for a primary election. Another example of a need for a primary election would be Keith Ellison. Ellison decided to step away from his seat in the House and enter the Attorney General race. Since Ellison entered the race after the DFL nomination, he will need to win his party's primary in order to be on the November 6th ballot. All 8 U.S. House seats are on the ballot, along with both of the Minnesota U.S. Senate seats because of the special circumstances due to Senator Franken's resignation in January. You might say, these primary races sound really important. How do I vote for them? It's simple. First, you just need to make sure you're registered to vote. If you're not registered to vote, it can be done online, or it can be done at your polling place if you plan on voting in person. Not everyone can vote in Minnesota. You must be a U.S. citizen, 18 years or older, a resident of Minnesota for at least 20 days, and if you are a convicted felon, you must have completed your sentence. To that, you might say, I am a U.S. citizen, I've lived in Minnesota for over 20 days, I'm over 18 years or older, and I'm not a convicted felon, but I have still yet not registered to vote for the first time. To that I say, great. But when you're registering to vote for the first time, you will need to provide a proof of residence like a utility bill, or you can have a fellow registered voter of the same precinct sign an oath confirming your address. So now at this point, you are registered to vote, but you still don't know where to go on election day. You can look up mnvotes.org to see where you can vote according to what county you live in, and you can also find that some cities and towns offer in-person absentee voting. So now we know where to vote, how to vote, what a primary election is. You have all the tools you need to vote for the primary elections August 14th. Thank you, Minnesota.